Welcome back everyone to TCG Card Shop Simulator, and in between episodes I've gone and boxed up a load of cards. So we've got some red boxes, some pink there, and I've also just put one of the old shelves down because I had a couple of boxes of greens. These are worth 830 each. I think to start off the episode I'm going to be doing something a little different. Now if we have a look in our trading, we have got two sets of trading that's going to, well, three sets that's going to be back in this episode. We've got a first one with 5 in, then we've got another one with a single one, and then we've got one with an 8 in. So we're going to have a nice influx of cards in this episode. So I want to try and sell these off. Now we haven't been getting much luck with them being purchased at the prices we've currently set them at. So I think to start off the episode we're going to have a little change. So currently at the moment we're selling it at 36,000. The market price is about 34,000. Now, it would be nice to maximise the price all the time, but I think I'm going to drop this down below market price. We'll put it at 32,000. That money will really help us out at the moment. It's better that than sitting on the shelf for another 2-3 episodes. So I'm going to drop you down. This one here, current market price is about... I think I'm going to just drop you down just below market price. 11,500. Then that should allow him to sell a bit better. Your market price is about 10,000, so we've got you fairly high. So again, I'm going to put you about... I think I'll put you very close to market price. So we've dropped all these cards down, so it should give us a better chance at selling them. No guarantees, but let's get started with the report for the end of the last episode. I forgot to do it. So we got up to 120 in the shop, so that's fantastic. We did do a few more expansions in the last episode. I didn't quite have enough money to restock everything, but all the shelves out the front are full. It's just the shelves in the back aren't. So we made 17,000 revenue because we was selling some cards, £4,500 in cards. We didn't pay our bills off, so we need to do that at the start of this episode. And we did £14,500 in upgrades, hence why we're negative 6,000. But overall, that was a fairly good day. So let's go into day 28. And let's immediately open up because I filled up all the shelves, so these guys have got nothing to do. I also am going to let Clark come on this till. So I've been having a watch of some of the footage when I've been editing it. Now at the moment, the people was coming in, there was buying stock here, having to walk all the way over here, queue down here and then come out the store. But if I have Clark on that desk, as much as I like to use it, the guys will walk in, do this here, buy the stuff there, immediately come to the till and then immediately out. So I could probably be saving maybe 10, 15, maybe even 20% of the time each customer's in the shop, which means Clark will get them out a lot faster than there was before. So we will let him have that till. If we need to, we'll use the back till. And we currently got... I keep getting this guy's names wrong. It is Terence. Yeah, we've got Terence just filling up the shelves. He's really bad at stocking. But I don't need the 2 tills right at this second. We are 26, so we won't quite get to Angus in this episode. We might get up to 28 if we're lucky. All depends on our pulls. Now, talking of pulls, I've got 4 machines because we upgraded our machines to 4 in the last episode. 952. That's a nice, good value, but it's going to be really hard finding where the cards are in here with all the new cards we're using. We'll have a quick look. 189 there. And 142 there. So yeah, a couple of nice cards there. We will keep the tables going today. £1,000. So again, we've got a couple of nice cards in here. Nothing too spectacular, but it's going to be extremely hard to find it. So there's 161 there. Oh, there he is, 670. That's our biggest card in there. 594. It's not going to be a lot, so I'm just not going to bother with that with all the new cards. 2,000. So this has got something spicy. 252 there, but there's definitely something over 1,000 in here. There you are. 1358. That's another one we can be sending off to grading in this episode. And let's get it filled up. So again, I didn't have enough money to buy all these ones. So that'll be something I need to do. These are the best cards we've got at the moment. I think they're the Destiny, if I remember right. No, cancel. Okay, all the machines are full. I did, as I say, put this down as a temporary one. As soon as them green ones have sold, I will be moving that back up. Yeah, just missed the customer trading. There is quite a bit in the shop. Let's just make sure we've got the till on. Yeah. So it's nice that people aren't queuing here even if I've got the till on. So you do technically need somebody at the till for people to come here. So that's actually nice to see. Let's help get rid of some of these people out the shop. And let's see if we can have another 120 customer day. Anybody else want to come over this way? Let's get this guy done and then we'll move off the till and go and have a look at that customer trading. We are already up to 5,000, so that's nice to see. Because I will be needing to put a stock order in soon. What have you got, nice? Nothing really. It is something I haven't got. You are actually asking a fairly decent price. Let's just offer 9. Okay, so we haven't got much of the Destiny stock. I don't think we've got anything in the back here. And we haven't quite got enough of... Yeah, we're running low of a lot of things. So let me just put a quick order in. So just order a couple of them because I don't know how many's being carried in the shop. Which one have you got? Oh, so you're down the bottom there. Get one of you. Purples. We need 4, 8. Yeah, I think I'm happy with 8 of those. Just make sure there's enough product in the back so that people don't run out. You can come off now because we're not using you on the shelf. And get 3 of the legendary ones down there as well. Let's get the 4 in because they're only small boxes. And I know I need to order some singles. So let's go and check the single shelf. So the Destinies, yeah, we've got no Destinies. I think I want to put you just back up to 1 shelf up the top there. So we'll have these 4 as Destiny. So 4, 8, 12, 16. That will be the ideal solution if we've got enough money. Let's stick at that. That's quite a lot of money just to spend out. That was nearly £6,000. Okay, let's have a look at customer trading. Doesn't benefit me at all. And what about you? You're asking quite an expensive price, but we're going to try and get it. So let's try about £750. Okay, he has dropped his price nearly down to market value. So let's go up to 800. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We can make a little bit of money on there. And look at all the cards I've sold except for the big ones. So I can get 7 cards out. Let's just make sure it is sorted. Do I want to start? Yeah, I want to start doing it by duplicates. So I'll sort it by price. And I'm happy all these can go. And then that way it's always going to leave one of everything in the collection. And most of these we should have listed before. And we'll put that one away. Just one I need to market price up. £39. That'll give something to sell on there. Let's have a look at customer trading. A fairly decent price. Let's offer 120. And some more customer trading over here. You want to change a 2473 for a 2405. It doesn't benefit me doing that. I'd rather send... Well, we can actually look at the grade 10 price. So 11,200, that one will be worth. This actually would be worth 14,000. So in this way, even though this price is saying the market price is less, it's actually more beneficial for me to actually do that trade. Let's just make sure we didn't have any customer trading out here. No, we didn't have any grading back to the next day. Okay, you don't really benefit me to do. And nothing really great there. And let's go back through the machines. What have we got? 700. £100 full art there. And nothing else really standing out. 575. Not going to be a lot in here. A couple of 40s maybe. A £50 card. Again, that's going to be about the same. Maybe up to an £100 card. Yeah, 144. Full art. Let's check the last one. And nothing going to be great in here. A lot of new cards still because we're doing the Destinies in this one. And Yeah, a couple of £140 cards there. Let me go and fill it up. And yeah, they've started to bring the boxes in for me. Very nice. Okay, all the machines are filled up again. I'm still bringing in the stuff outside. And I think I'll just put a quick order in, say, another 8 of the Destinies, because I'm going to be opening up more cards in this day. We haven't got any really big cards on this day. That's why the levels are not going up too fast. And that still gives us 3,000 for any trading that needs to be done. Do I want to buy it? Yeah, let's buy it. Let's offer him 2 pence for it. Okay, let's just give the price he wants. A couple of grey ones in the collections. We might be able to put them up on a wall or do something with them later. I won't be sending those up for trading. Is it the end of the day? Okay, no, it's not the end of the day. I just wondered why there was a random box chucked on the floor. And this is where I stack all my empty boxes out the way, so them not cluttering up the floor at all. Looks nice and tidy then. Get some lights on. A few in the shop. Let's give them an hand to clear a couple out. So it has been a fairly good day. We've put a £5,000 order in, and we're still back up to 4,000. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Definitely need to be paying a bit more attention on filling up the card table out there. Couple of quick sales. Very nice. That's what I want. Anybody else? And I'm still bringing in the stock from outside. So that's nice. I don't want to be ordering any more. But having it right by the machine saves loads of time for when I want to do my card machine. Okay, that's good. Got a little bit of time. So again, all the lower cards I've sold. And these are all the duplicates, which I've got it set up for now. So we got a load of that Mamo Tree one. I still would like one of these big cards to sell. It would really help us out. But I think I've dropped it into a good price now where there's a better chance of it selling. I think we was actually doing 20% on these. Because otherwise what's going to happen is the next cards are going to come back and these ones still haven't sold. I'm going to have a table full up with cards that's just not going to sell very fast. Okay, machines are not ready yet. Another customer trading over here. Very nice price. And we can definitely do a little bit of a swing on that one to get some money out of it. Let's go about 425. Don't want to go too low and lose it. Okay, go 440. It's very close to your price. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And we can still make a little bit of something off it. Okay, a lot of the other cards are selling. I'll keep watching them 3 big ones over there. There's room for another 3. And we do have a lot of these duplicates around the £30 mark to be able to sell. You've already got a price. How are we doing? Another customer trading? Not really going to mess around with that. Too low. And another customer trading here. Very good price. Let's offer 100. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Not many in the shop at the moment. Do I need to put another order in? Okay, so I did over-order on these slightly, but the machines are ready. 500, again, not going to be too good in there. 123 is probably about the biggest we're going to have. 271, that's just very poor. There's just going to be nothing of value. Maybe a couple of £20 cards. Same with that one, 300. Got a £50 card there. That's probably about the best we're going to have in there. Let's check the last one. Okay, so we're not getting the luck we was having in previous episodes. But we did have some fantastic luck and some fantastic pulls. A couple of episodes managing to pull a ghost. What they're called? Ghost foils. We pulled a ghost foil, so very nice. And I would like to get the bigger boxes of these pretty soon, just so it's a lot easier to fill these machines up. Now, the one thing I have got to remember is when I'm going into the machine now, because with these are Destinies, these are going to be under a different tab, and same in the album when I'm sending them off for grading. It is 9 o'clock. Okay, so there is still a customer in the shop. Our friend did leave before there was done. What's this one here? Okay, I have just cleared space down here, so that one can go onto the shelf there. I don't think we're too far behind. 3 big cards didn't sell, but I am sitting on 7,000. I've got 3 room. We start getting some of these duplicates we've just got sitting around. Okay, rares must have sold out totally. Okay, very messy out here. Just have a quick bit of tidy up, just so I know what I'm ordering before I order anything. But I think I'm totally out of rares. Let's go and check the shelf in the back. No, I'm not totally out. There is 2 there. So let's just get the report and get the people in, and then they can start stocking up the shelves. 114, so we're slightly down on the day before. About 15,000. Not, well, even though I was only doing small cards, we nearly got 3,000 in card value as well. And I didn't pay off the bill, so I will need to do that at the start of the next day. But coming out with 7,000 profit. Very, very nice day. I want to have a look at the basics as well. We have got a good amount up here. And we have got the grading. We'll come and deal with that in a second. I just want to get some of these partial boxes off the shelf, just so I can order it a bit more efficient. Okay, so I'm going to need to order 4 boxes for the back there of rares. And there is 8 in a box. So I'm going to need to order an extra 2 out here. So I need to order 6 of the rares. We filled up the shelf of the basics out there, so we need to have another 3 to fill up the back. I normally do this in between episodes, but that's fine. The purples are looking pretty good. Probably could get with 1 more of the legendaries, but they don't seem to be selling that fast. Anything else that's looking low? Well, we need the yellow one down the bottom there, which is under accessories. And then we need whichever dice this is. So that's the black with the gold on. And 628. Those are all good. We've got enough of those. And then I'll just have a quick look at the other side. And we're looking pretty good. We could probably get... Is anybody stacking up the rares? No, because they would be on the shelf here. So we'll buy 1 box of these as well. That's not too bad. 2,000. They filled up most of the shelves already, so that's good. So I think we can just go and start straight away. Let's get the shop opened. They didn't stack up the rares on that shelf as fast as I wanted them to, unfortunately. Let's give them a quick hand. I need him to move out the way first. And as you can see, he's very slow. Like 1, 10 seconds later, another 1. That's why he's not best in that position. But that's fine. He can just go and take the things in the back, and then he's as quick as everybody else. So, let's have a look. Drum roll. What have we got? Ooh, 2 10s. 6, 7 and an 8's not great, but 2 10s, I'll definitely be looking at those ones and getting them on the table as quick as we can. And what about the next one? I think this is the one that had the single card in. What have we got in here? Oh, a 10. Very nice. So we'll let them put them stuff away. Let's have a check on customer trading. No, I'm going to decline that one. Let's have a look at the next one. And yeah, nothing really too great there. So we do have a couple of spaces on here. Let's get a couple of the big cards on here. So we need to be turning to the graded cards. And then we want to be checking by price in this. So the 10s we're not selling, but look at that. That ghost foil come back at 75,000. So we did roll lucky on it. I mean, I could just sell that and that will solve all my money problems. But no, we'll leave that one for a bit. We'll get this out. Press the wrong button. Why are you going mad? I thought there was a second. I could have sworn there was 2 10s at the top there. I'll have to check back on the footage. Oh, unless I actually... Oh, I did put it down on the shelf. That's what. Thought I'd lost a card then. So, market price about 15. I think I'm just going to sell it at 15. Sell it a little under, then maybe get a better chance of selling it. And this is worth about 4,300. So, yeah, I'm happy with this one, 4,500. There's going to be a bit more people in the store that could purchase a card like that. And then the 7, the 6... We'll sell these as well. And because these aren't worth a lot, there's going to be more people that can be able to afford them. And the 6s, I'm not going to re-roll on anything like the 6s, so yeah. We'll just sell this. Couple of spaces down here. So we've got a lot of big cards on there. Let's have a look at the Destinies. And then look at duplicates and see what the ice duplicates we've got. 68, okay, so we have got some decent. Anything below 20 I will not be selling because those are the ones we're doing boxes now. One of something sold there. That was one of the graded cards. We've not got anything else in there, so we'll go to Tetramon this time. And again, we'll go by duplicates. People shaking the head, I think that's more because they can't afford the card more than it's a bad price. Yeah, so tempted, but I'm broke. So that means we've got good prices on there. It's just we've got to get the people with the big wallets in. Now, we are sitting on nearly 10,000. There's quite a few queuing up over there, so let's help them out. Oh, something just sold. One of the ghost ones. Wasn't one of the big ones, but it's still a ghost. Nice little sale that one is. And nice to have the 10,000 there. And I do want to try and push for the scanner in this episode. It is a lot of cost, the 12,000 to be able to get it. But it is going to make my life a lot easier. Yeah, we've got quite a few big ones. What are these ones on this side of the value? So let's just crouch down. 4,500 for that one. And 15,000 for that one. But we have got them at really, really good prices. So tempted, but I'm broke. How's the machines doing? Not great, so we need to refill them. And then we'll come and have a check on customer trading. And this one's using like 3 times as much as this. It's taking the brunt of the work, that one is. Yeah, nothing there for me. Couple in the shop, so let's go and help him out. Not certain why this guy's standing here. Yeah, everybody's saying good price at the cards over on the card table. It's what you want to see. It's just a shame nobody's coming in to purchase them. Well, we are... Something just sold because we've just hit 15,000. So a £5,000 card just sold. That one there. So, very nice to see. And I think it was this guy in front of me. No, this is the bulk boxes. So I can take this shelf down now. And then box it up with that one. That was the green box. So we'll have a look in between episodes the next time. And see if we can do any more. Just having a look at the stock levels in here. We'll probably do with another blue unless that's what you've got. No, it's what he's got. So yeah, we're looking as if we've got enough product of everything. How's the shelves doing? Them much better on this day. No, I'm not going to bother with it. What about you? Oh, that's a very nice one. £510 for a 650 card, roughly. Let's try 450. Let's see if we can get a good deal out of this. Okay, let's go 475. Yeah, I'm happy. She's happy. We're all happy. And let's go back to our machines. 421. Nothing really great in there. Oh, that's got something spicy. 3,178. There you are. 2,386. One of the chick ones. Very nice to see. So we're getting some luck today. £1,000. So again, something probably around the £500 somewhere in here. 48 over there. There, 682. 680, not too bad. A couple of full arts up there. Might be a ghost pack down there by the looks of it. They all look the same type. But no. Let's get these filled up and let's get back over and check in the shop. Okay, machines are all full up again. I've got 6 space on there, so I'm just going to put a quick order in for 6 of those. And then if nobody's got anything to do, they can go and fill up the shelf ready for me later. Also, the next purchase we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting that scanner in. 12,000, we're currently sitting on 17. Actually, let's have a look at the bills first. Yeah, we've got to pay the bills off first. I keep forgetting those. So hopefully we can get back up to that 12,000 on this day. Got a lot of cards that's being sold off there. 4 of those, 2 of them. Let's just do it. There's no great advantage or disadvantage to doing it. So let's go and fill this back up and get some cards back out. Again, we're still around the 30 mark. Lots of copies of that one. So yeah, we've got 1 big there and the 3 on the other side. Let's go and get customer trading done first. I'm glad I did the customer trading. That's a nice card with a nice price. Let's go 1,500. Yeah, I'm happy I got it for that. Make a little bit of money on there. That's 1 to be sent off for grading. I've got 6 copies here and only 1 here, so let's just accept it. And let's just help clear some of the people out the shop. There's about 5 or 6 people waiting at the other till at the moment. Faster we get them out, the more chance we've got of one of them big guys coming in that can purchase them big cards. But they are slow, you have to be patient. Well, I am glad it's not instantaneous, because otherwise, like I said, it would be fairly broken if every time you put a brand new card down, it's sold on that day. Okay, let's go and check what you've got nice. Nothing really worth me doing on that one, so I'm just going to ignore you. Just check on this customer trading. I think I'm always going to buy the grade 1s. We'll get a collection of grade 1s in our album. Try 30 pence. Yeah, I'm happy. We're not going to send that into grading. They're just going to take way too long to get up to a grade 10. Okay, machines aren't ready yet. There's 2 spaces on the table, so let's get some more cards down. But yet none of those big cards are really selling. Put you over here, because we'll be needing you in a second. So I did order just slightly too many new cards, the big cards. Just having a look around at different shelves. So yeah, we've still got all them 4. So blue at the top, I am going to buy one of those. Because I have seen them filling it a few times on this day. Just having a look at the numbers on the rest, those are okay. We are going to be needing to order a bunch of purples. I think 16 will fill most of them holes on this side. And unfortunately, it does take us below that scanner range. Unless a big card sells. We're looking pretty good on this side. And we still got a fair bit down there. So I'm happy with that. Customer trading, let's have a check. No. And what about you? I've got 72 copies here and only 1 here, so let's just do it. And the purples we've just purchased, they will start filling up that. But our machines are ready. That's our priority. 263 is not going to be a lot, so I'm going to ignore it. 552, full art there. Couple of new cards still coming through on these destinies. 300 again, not going to have too much. And a 400. Couple of £30 cards is probably all we're going to have in here. Yeah, there's the second of the 30. And we've got a full art up there. And that's it. All the machines are filled up again. Let's have a check on the card table. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. That day went very, very fast. Let's just get you out. So he's having a look around, saying he can't decide. Please buy one of the big ones. He brought a card. Unfortunately, it was one of the lower tier cards. I don't know if the suit guy is the one with the most money. I don't know what type of customer. That's a... We could do something good if we can get it fairly cheap. So let's go 425. No, he is asking too much. So I'll go about 440. Yeah, I'm happy. We're going to manage to get under cost price. A couple of little customers here to finish the day. Fortunately, we didn't get back up to that 12,000 after paying all them bills off. But we have done a good stock on this day. So that means the next day we should be able to afford it. We've got 6 spaces on here, so let's get 6 cards out. And yeah, we've just got so many. 6 copies up here and 2 or 3 of everything else on this page. And a couple of these cards is stuff we haven't sold before. And they are still selling these lower tier ones at 20%, so we're going to continue. Try that again. 20% round. Immediately, let's have a look at what's going on in here. Don't know why a random box. Let's just put it on the shelf. Okay, let's get that report and let's go on to the final day of this session. Let's keep things moving along. 12,000 in the shop and 6,000 on the card table, so that was nice to see. 18,000. Even though we paid nearly 10,000 in supply costs, all the bills for like 4 days we paid off, we still come out with a nice profit. But we're not doing bad, we're doing great in the shop. We'll let these guys fill up a little bit, especially these and the legendaries. They are looking a bit on the lower sides. Let's give them a quick and there is grading back on this day. I think I want to send off a new batch of grading while these guys are trying to fill up the shop. And bring that stock in. Yeah, let's have a look in our folder and see what we've got nice to be sending off. Because the one outside, and then we've got something on the next day in the episode. So, like I say, I want to make sure I'm keeping a good supply of cards coming through every episode. So we've got like a lot of grading. So we want to be sorting by price. And anything above 1,000. So that one, 2,300 is definitely going. These are a bit lower than where I wanted to be. So we're going to go to graded first. Just to make sure there was no 9s I wanted to send back out. I am tempted to send you back out. Because 2,500 for a grade 8, that's going to be a good 20,000-30,000 for a grade 10. It would take a couple of flips to be able to get to the grade 10. But I'm willing to take the option on that one. Let's have a look at the normal Tetramon and see if we've got any more. If not, then we can send Ghost. So we need to sort this by price because it's sorted by duplicates. And yeah, we've got some big cards here to send out. And I'm just sticking to anything above 1,000 in here, except for the Ghost cards. So these are too low, really, for me to be doing. So let's flip to the Ghost. We've got 1 Ghost. So apparently that's what I'm sending out. We only had 7 cards, but we haven't had massive good luck in the machine on this day. If I'd have thought, if we did on the grading first, if there was any 9s, I could have resent them back out as well. So what have we got? We've only got 1 10 in here, so this is probably about the best, or sorry, the worst pull we've had in ages. We have got 2 grade 9s there. But like grade 4s and 6, 7, 8s. That's probably about our worst one ever. If I was to say take up a card, let's have a look at some of these. Okay, let's get you off. And let's go into the graded section. And we want to sort this by price. So we've got the grade 10s there. So we want to have a look at these ones down the bottom here. We just want to have a look. So 5,700. So currently it's about 2,000 on a grade 9. We can spend 200. We could either lose half the value or we can go up 3,000 more. I'm not going to roll this one. If that had been closer to the 10,000, then I would have done. So in this one, I am just going to sell it. And because it's a lower value card, I am going to put the 20%. Let's take you up as well. And let's check the other grade 9 we had. Grade 8s and all them then will just be sold throughout the day. Again, just having a look. 4,000 is the maximum it will be. So again, this is another one. I'm happy to just sell. Get us some nice fast money in on this day. The card tables are ready, but let's just open up because everybody's standing out there, so that means everything's full. And if I walk around, there should be no empty shelves, so that's good. All the stock should have been brought in. Looks like I over-ordered. No, a couple of these boxes. So when they said in the last update they fixed it, that's got a box of 8 and a box of 5. That's got a box of 8 and a box of 6. That's got a box of 8 and a box of 4. That's got a box of 8 and a box of 4. So they are still leaving multiple boxes. I think it's when they're bringing them outside. They bring the stocking outside, fill up the shelves. Then they go to the racking in the back and then emptying it. By there, they've got so many half boxes. Okay, 346, not too great value. 592, got a nice ghost one at the top there. I think it's the Wereboo, that one. One of the bat ones, the Nocturne or something like that. Another full art down there. Nothing too great, but stuff to sell on the table. Again, 680s. I'm not expecting a lot in here. We've got a ghost. 296, that's nice. And it's a reverse ghost as well, which I do like. And nothing of value in here. So let me just fill this machine back up. Okay, machines are filled up again. Customer tray now, really. Let's have a look what you've got. Nothing too special. What have you got? Nothing too special. There is a few in the shop. Let's give them a quick hand to get them out. And yeah, them saying like, where if I've only had enough money, tempting. So we just need to wait for that right customer to come in. I don't know how many there are in the game that can afford it, but I do know it's very limited. And even if those customers come in the shop, there's no guarantee them going to be buying the cards off the table. So what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. So I think I want to get rid of a lot of that sort of mid-tier. Sort of the 8s, the 4, the 7. Get rid of some of these out of here. Got room for one more. I think I had another. There's 6. And let's just set some prices on these. Because I'm like less than 5,000, I'm happy to go back to my 20% on them. But there is a lot of £1,000 cards up onto there. So there is going to be a lot of people that can't afford to buy them. Okay, we just sold a card of some value. 2,800 or 2,600, I think it is. Very nice. And we are over the 13,000, so I am going to get that scanner before I do anything else or look at products. And then we'll have a look at what the scanner can do in a minute when I get some more money to be able to put a stock order in. And that is a very nice sale. That's what I need after spending all the money I just did. But we are sitting at 5,000, so something else just sold. And I think I am just going to pay my bills off. So it's just so I don't forget about them. Quite a few in the shop, but the table is looking a bit empty, so I've got 4 spaces. Is there anything else on there? There is a grade 10 up there we could sell. Let's get you out. 9,200 is the market price on here. I think I'm just going to sell it about 9,000. We get a nice big injection of cash if it goes. And then let's go and have a look at Tetramon. I think that's where it is. And then switch to duplicates. Yeah, we're still around this 30. So we're dropping into the 20s now. So we are running out of cards to put on this table. Get these prices set before everything gets purchased. Okay, let's have a look. What have you got nice? Nothing I want. Couple in the shop, so let's give them an hand to clear it out. And we are back up to the 9,000, even though we just spent 12,000 out on the new scanner. But I'm so happy I've finally got hold of that one. Something I've been working to for a few episodes, and it's definitely going to make ordering a lot easier now. Okay, so everybody has sort of got away. I know you was on your way to the till before I left. Clear these out, and then we'll have a look at how the scanners work. Grade 7, I'm not going to bother buying it now. I know how the grading works. And nothing there. Okay, so the scanner, where is it? How do I access it? Probably this. Okay, so we get the scanner out. So if I was to have a look at, say, these here. Now, it'll tell me on the right-hand side of the screen that I've got 36 out of 48 on the shelf. And I've got 0 in storage. So then I can just click the button. I think because that guy was standing in front, I couldn't. So I click the button. Now it tells me after buying that one box, I will now have enough in the back. But the storage shelves are still not full. So I know I can purchase 2. And then you can just literally do that for everything. So it's telling me the shelves are full on the basics, but the storage isn't. But this is the only place I'm storing it, so I don't need to buy any. And yeah, when the workers walk in front of you, it stops the scanner from working. Again, their shelves are full. Storage is okay. So again, we're just going to go through everything. So the 7 there, he's going to fill up the shelf with that. So that means this is going to be empty. So I could purchase enough to fill up the back shelf. So it's saying, oh, if I was to order the 2 boxes, I'm going to be 121 out of 128. And these are the ones, so it's full on the front. And I just want to purchase enough. Never go, like, right the way up. Leave a couple of boxes spare. Because if some of the boxes are not full, come on out way. If the boxes are not full, then what they'll do is end up start chucking on the floor. I'm not too worried about this one. Because I will be using these in the machine. So if they chuck the boxes down here, I'm not too fussed on it. We will be loading up these machines right now. So how do we check out then? Do we check out? Yeah, that's it. Tab over, and then I can just check out with that. So, fantastic. I don't have to keep running in the back and looking at the shelves. All the information's on the gun. Very nice addition. It was something I did say I wanted in the game for quite a while. And let's go and help clear some of these out while they're going to be bringing the boxes in for me. And then I want to go and do the machines over there in a second. But back up to 12,000. Fantastic to see. We did it 27. I didn't notice that, but I did say we'd probably be finishing close to 28 by the time this episode ends if we got lucky. The customer train, let's go and have a look at you. Nothing too great, so I'm just going to send you on your way. I've got 4 spaces. I should really be opening up the machines before I put the cards on the table, just in case I've got anything bigger out of the machines. And then there's one more over here. It is starting to get a bit dim, so let's go and get them lights sorted. Check on the machines. I'm still good for the rest of the day, so that's fine. I can do it after the episode. Let's go and get these sorted. 400, so we know there's not going to be too much great in there. There's a full art at the bottom, another full art there. 3,100, so we've got something spicy in here. 554 at the top there. And God Ghost Pack. Around 200, 300's the whole lot of them. Very, very nice. $6.20, so it's a couple of things. Okay, we've got a ghost card there. That's where the value is going to be. Yeah, we're getting quite a nice amount of ghost cards in this episode, and there's not going to be a lot here. Full art down the bottom there, and that's probably it. Let's get these filled back up, because they will be bringing the stock in a minute. Okay, all machines are filled up again. Let's have a couple of check-in on the customer trading, and we've done fantastic in this episode. We've paid all the bills off, which was over £6,000. We've done multiple orders. We've purchased the scanner for $12,000 and we're still sitting on $13,000. So yeah, absolutely fantastic we've been doing. So the shop is running smooth, and that's without none of these big cards selling. If they had sold, it would have been a different story totally. So I've got 3 cards I can list. And they've already got prices on the majority, so that's good. Another customer trading over here, so let's check on you. No, well, I haven't got it, and it's a decent price. Let's just offer 20. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Another customer trading over here. You want my grade 10 ghost for a card that's ungraded? No, not going to happen. If it had been a grade 8 or a grade 7, okay, basic ones are running out, so we need to go into our scanner again. So it's telling me there's nothing in the back and there's nothing on the shelf. Let's just have a quick check of this. There's nothing in the back. Let's purchase those. The shelf out the front isn't full. Don't want to overload the back, so we'll go up to there. Where is the cleaner? Well, I'm not going to be not going to sell it in the shop. So you can shake your head all you want. We've got a little bit on the back there. That will top up the back. Trying to go where these guys aren't. Okay, so we've got nothing in storage there. We have got some in storage, but not a lot. No storage on that. And there is storage out the back, but let's just purchase another one. So just keep walking in front of me. Some of those in the back. There's some of those. Some... Actually, you are nearly out. Let's purchase one of those. And I think we just purchased these from the other side. So yeah, let's just put tab out and check that out. And then we can go and have a check on customer trading. I can't get my words out. It's way too high of a price. I'm just going to decline that, even though it's one I've not got. That's fine. Because a couple of people was loading up the machine, the shelves at the same time, I've ended up with a couple of boxes. So if we was to have a look in this box here, it's 45 in there, 44 here, and 30 something in there, even though the boxes should have 64 in. So yeah, going too close to your maximum amount can be sort of not very beneficial with the scanner. Unless you keep going in the back and mixing the boxes together, which I do tend to do in between episodes just to keep a tidy shop. Keep that machine filled up. We are at 9 o'clock. Clark is going to be going in a second, so let me just stop on the till. So Clark's just left. This guy's going to be purchasing stuff. But yeah, that's been a fantastic day today. Now, we haven't done any unlocks, and we did just hit level 28, as I said we might be doing. Get rid of you out. We've got 12,000 sitting there. Let's have a look at what we've unlocked. Now, level 30 is a big level for us. So we have actually got the next tier. No, that's a small tier. Next tier is going to be level 32s. So it's not that far away before we can upgrade the machines. These are what's going to change the shop. Because you can store more items on these shelves. So that means there's a chance of people purchasing more. So when those come available at 30, I will be doing another little bit of a shuffle around in the shop. I wanted to go into this to upgrade my shop. So we have an upgrade over here for 2,500. So we're caught up on all the shop A's. And shop B's isn't until level 30. When was the 31 at the front? So we've caught up with all the big renovations. What are we looking like on product wise? Licenses, we've got everything at the top there. We've got all these unlocked. Level 30, we also get access to the bigger boxes, which I'm looking forward to. We can go into the battle decks, but I'm waiting for the new guy at level 30, just so we've got somebody to do the stocking up. I think I'm going to purchase the basic license on that because we haven't had it yet. So let's just go and get that done now. And I'll set up these up on a unit in between episodes. So what have we got? We've only got 4 in a box. Let's just purchase 4. I'm just going to grab one of those boxes. I just want to see, are they more profitable than the ones we're doing at the moment? I just need to find one of them. There you are. So I've just got a random shelf here empty, so we'll just use this as a test bed. And let's just put the box on the floor, so we'll be putting them back off the shelf. So how much profit would we be doing on these? So market price plus 10% round 55. Now our big seller at the moment is this one. Actually, no, we're only doing market price plus 10 in the shop, aren't we? So this is 45 profit. That's 27. And what was this then? 55. So this is more profitable now. So in between episodes, what I'm going to do is take all these purples down, and that will become all destinies in the next episode. We'll have to get a lot of stock in. So I've got my work cut out for me. But before we call it a day, let's empty these machines so I'm ready at the start of the next episode with another batch. 400 on this one, so not a lot. 500. There's not going to be too much in here. Full art at the top there, full art over there. Another one down the bottom. 2500. There's going to be something nice in here. A God pack at the back there. Each worth 20 to 40 pounds. And then we've got a 1,870 card there as well. So, have we got enough good stuff to be sending off another set of grading? Not in this collection. I've got 1 card to send in there. And then we have got a bunch of ghosts. So yeah, we'll send some off. Let's get the big one out first. And then we'll send all the ghosts out in this one as well. I don't mind spending the money on the ghost, even though it's not the most profitable. We'll put all the reverse ghosts. We had 2 copies of that top one. Just sort these by price. Send out the most expensive ones. And I'm just sending out these ones mainly because I want them for my collection. Yeah, we're doing it on the same. So in the next episode, we'll get 1 batch at the start. And then the episode after, we'll get 2 batches in. And this one here in the next episode, got a couple of regrades, what could potentially come back as 10s. And then 2 fresh ones that could be coming up as big money. And if we desperately get for money, we do have that ghost foil. It's sitting in the album. That could be sold for 70-odd thousand pound. But yeah, I think this has been a fantastic episode. Shame the big cards didn't sell, even though I'm going below market price on them. I expected them to sell, but never mind. We'll be patient. We've managed to earn a lot of money in this episode without that. And hopefully you've enjoyed it, and I'll be seeing you all again soon. Thank you very much for watching.